So when I move my body, I'm talking story. I don't need to think that, okay, I'm in the garden and then I meet a fairy, yes,
Yeah.
and then three birds are flying to the fairy. Yeah.
Like Disney story.
Yeah, I don't like this kind of stories. I don't need it in dance. For me, your body is different story than your body.
Hello everyone, here's Elsa.
And Taura tady.
Welcome to Tribal Fusion Mood podcast, where we're talking about dance, art, and everything is what is connected with a tribal fusion.
Today we've got a truly dear friend of ours here, who is a dance teacher and also a member of trio Crazy Dancers.
Please, Iwona Tchórzewska. Yay! She is really talented dancer, choreographer, and also teacher. So we are really glad to see you here in our first podcast with a guest.
Yes.
Yeah.
And thank you for coming to Poland because we are meeting every year. Yes.
Yeah.
Once a year.
Yeah, and since this summer we are not going for the camp,
Yeah.
we have to meet today. So
We decided to meet for a different reason here, and we are really happy to have you here in our podcast. First question is, can you tell us something about your journey, how you start to dance, what bring you to dance?
It was simple because my parents brought me to dance. They saw an information in something called newspaper in the place we lived. And there was information about the casting to a dance and singing group for children. And they brought me to the casting.
and you didn't know how to sing. So you end up dancing.
Yes. And I don't know how to sing for today also. Because, and this is funny story, I was dancing in this group, but the director of this group was telling me, Iwona, just move your lips and don't sing.
Like just to pretend
Yes.
that you're singing. Okay.
Oh.
I was one of the best dancing children in this group, but I wasn't supposed to sing.
Oh.
Yes.
But you're really great at dancing, so
Yes.
it's
Thank
good
you.
that you get that.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm dancing for 30 years, so probably it's okay.
I saw you dance. It's more than okay. So
Yes.
yeah. I want to ask, what dance style are you currently dancing or teaching?
Now I'm not dancing anymore on stage. Sometimes with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But usually I'm teaching and I'm doing choreographies. And I feel the best in modern and contemporary. But during my dance journey, I was dancing also hip hop, street styles, jazz dance. But modern and contemporary is something I feel the strongest.
So did you start with the contemporary? Or it was like
I
different
started with something what I don't know how to say it. It was really like dance for children. It was very rhythmic. It was very simple, and we had classical ballet classes. So this is my background. And then when I was getting older, I started contemporary dance, modern dance, and then hip hop dancing.
So it's an interesting journey because I'm also studied with a ballet, and I think it's a really great basic for any different styles. So
Yes.
you know like how to stay properly and how to do the movements. It's harsh, but yes,
We know something about
yeah,
it.
it's really harsh, but still I think it's one of the best basic knowledge that a person can receive.
Yeah, for me also. and maybe hip-hop dancing is really different than classical dance, but also hip-hop is a very good background, because in classical dance you are thinking about the posture, the lines, and the movements should be very fluent. In hip-hop is about isolations and the rhythm. Yeah, so I think doing this and this is a very good combination.
So it's interesting because it's two opposite styles, and each of the style can learn you something different that you can put together and mix.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's still movement, and you can connect it with your body. So
Yeah.
yeah, we had another questions, like what's your approach as a teacher? So maybe you partly answer that you connect these styles and the knowledge you gained.
Usually I try to teach my students, even if there are 5 years or 25 years, because I teach every group of people, is that they shouldn't be closed just for one way, or one style. I think everything we can take from different cultures, it's making us more flexible, more smarter in movement. Also, I think the most important thing I try to teach my student is to be open to different styles and cultures, different techniques of movement. I try to push them to learn different styles.
So it's interesting that you have a really big range of ages of your students.
Yeah.
So you teach small kids, you teach adult people, and is there something different the way how you teach it or teach them?
And something similar. If you've got something like the same in every lecture, or
It's interesting because I even don't think about it. It's so natural to teach people for me that I don't think too much about this process. It's like, I need to, sometimes I need to communicate in other ways, because with adult people I talk different language, and I use different words, and to 5-year children.
Yes, of course, it's a different way to bring in information to
but
the student.
But the methodics of teaching isn't very different.
So it comes naturally too.
Yeah.
And like you do a job you're supposed to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course, with children, we need to play more during the classes, but with adult people also, sometimes I need to play.
Because we are still kids. I think we never grow up. And as I understood, the main thing that you need to find a connection with a certain person, with a certain kind of students.
Yeah.
And it's not about like teacher and student. It's about like communication, and you need to bring something together to this work.
Sometimes I get 2 groups with people the same age. And I need to work differently with these groups. So for me, it's not about age.
That's cool. I wanted to ask you, what is your inspiration for the dancing? When you, for example, you wanted to do some improvisation, or when you are creating a choreography, what inspires you more?
I don't know. Really, there are many different ways for dancing for me, that I don't know what's one inspiration. Sometimes, usually, probably the main inspiration is music. Yeah, when I hear sounds, when I hear the music, the melody, the rhythm. But this is obvious for me. Sometimes it's because what do you mean when you say dancing? During what kind of activity?
I mean, sometimes person has some certain story in their head, and he wanted to think, okay, I wanted to say sadness by my dance.
Okay.
So it's like in the inspiration is a feeling, and this person trying to find a music to express his own feelings, or he wanted to try, I don't know, to find some story in the literature.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah, or as you said, you've got first the music.
For me, dance is abstraction. So I don't want to tell some specific stories, because for me, body is a story. So when I move my body, I'm talking story. I don't need to think that, okay, I'm in the garden and then I meet a fairy, yes,
Yeah.
and then three birds are flying to the fairy. Yeah.
Like Disney story.
Yeah, I don't like this kind of stories. I don't need it in dance. For me, your body is different story than your body. And this is the story.
So it's your expression of feelings inside of you, if I understand it correctly, if I can
I'm not sure if feelings. Today I was thinking about what is feeling.
Okay.
And I was thinking about it, that for many people feeling is a thought. It's what they are thinking. But for me, feeling is what I feel in my body, not what I think. And usually it's different.
Yes. It's a different way of expression, because yes, you're right. Now I'm thinking about what it's feeling for me, and yes, probably for somebody everything started with the brain.
Yeah.
But there is kind of people who just feel it.
Yeah.
They don't need to think about it.
Yes. I think that most people have it, but some of us just, I don't know, forgot how to use it or how to do it, because it's about being in your body. And that's the first thing you have to do anything else.
Yes.
So, and sometimes we forget how to do that. And then we start
Just
to
feel
use
the
the
body,
brain.
yeah.
And yeah. And I was thinking, when you were telling that you don't want to tell a particular story by the dance, that this is just so great, because from one same dance that you will perform, different people can have different stories.
Yeah.
Because they will find in your performance what
Something for themselves.
yes, that is connecting them with you.
Yes, and it's natural, because even if we are talking with words, any different person will understand different things. So the same is with movement.
Wow, cool.
So in this situation, when you're just express yourself, express what is inside you. So when you are making a choreography, do you have some structure? Okay, I first I need to hear the music and spread it by parts, and then make the combination of each of part, or you're just improvising and then to try to put everything together?
It depends on, because I'm not making choreographies for me. I'm making choreographies for my students. Sometimes it's solo, sometimes it's duet, sometimes usually for big group. Yes, and it depends, because sometimes I find such inspiring piece of music that I see everything in my head. What I want to see, what kind of movements, how they are changing the positions, and it's easy for me. Sometimes it's like I need to see those people moving, and after that, I'm creating something. I also, because very often it's situation that I have group of people, kids or young people or adults, and I have no idea. I have no music, no idea of anything. And then I have many different exercises, composition exercises I'm doing with them. And after maybe one rehearsal, maybe after 10 rehearsals, something is going, something is happening and is creating. Usually the best tool for me, if I don't know how to create a movement with people, is to work together in improvisation, but in contact improvisation.
I remember this from camp
Jamila camp.
that we had this exercise with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were saying this particular thing that when you don't know the people, their bodies, so you're not working with them for so long, or you don't have any other inspiration, you make them your inspiration.
Yeah.
But it's really smart just to let people improvise and put it all together. So in this case, I think it's really important thing is happening that you put styles of different dancers together so everybody is visible. It's not that you have your own style and you just put it on them. It's that how to make everybody visible and everybody feel comfortable in this choreography.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Sometimes if I have group that I'm working with them for about, 8 years, I can put on them my style because they are training with me. Yeah. But with people who aren't professional dancers, or they are dancing different style, different technique than mine, it's very hard to tell them, do what I want.
Yes, it's like breaking people.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We already talked about Jamila Glamour's camp.
Yeah.
So can we move to belly dance? Because
Of course.
because Jamila is a belly dancer and you're not. So I want to know the story there, and if you ever wanted to try belly dance, because when we first were at the camp with Tatiana, you told us that you never danced belly dance before.
Yeah, it was like we were working in the same dance studio, but I was having modern dance class and Jamila was having belly dance classes, and sometimes we were just passing through the corridors and even don't tell to each other hi, just look at each other and okay.
Somebody exists. That's the other weird woman.
Yeah. She was thinking probably that, that's the weird, weird girl from modern. And I was thinking, she's belly dancer, okay. And then Jamila wrote to me on Messenger that she really needs a classical dance teacher and someone who is talking in English to have classes on her camp. And I was trying to help her to find some people, but the problem usually was that Polish instructors or dance teachers at this time, they weren't fluent in English and having classes in English. Of course, I'm not fluent at all, but I try to manage it.
Yes, you're doing your best. So.
Nobody for us.
And I told Jamila that I can have the basics of classical dance because I am teaching for modern dancers or for contemporary dancers or for children the basics. So the first position, the second, pour the brass, turns, And she told me, okay, it's enough for belly dancer to get this
basic knowledge.
Yeah, this knowledge. So she took me, and we realized that you're a very cool person.
So it clicked.
Yes, it clicked. And what's funny, we don't have contact every day or even every month. We just contact before the camp. I am at this camp and I am having the classes. I'm helping her, and that's it. And I can call her friend. Yeah,
Wow.
it's like it's so natural.
This is amazing. But have you ever wanted to be a belly dancer, or did you try belly dance?
I was few times at belly dance classes. The first time was like I was, I don't know, 16 or 17, and it was International Conference of Contemporary Dance
And you had
in
a belly dance
Poland.
class.
Yes, because it was like 2 weeks of classes every day for about 8 hours. And of course, 80% of these courses were contemporary and modern and classical dance. But about 20% it was like tai chi, like buto, and belly dance. And
Other weird stuff.
yeah, other weird stuff. And I'm that kind of person that I like to try everything, even if it's not my style, even if I don't feel good in it. I want to try it. And I was at about 2 classes of this belly dance, and that was it. And then during Jamila's class, it was like, oh, I have to make photos or help her. So sometimes I look at the exercises and I'm sitting and doing isolation. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, this is what I do with belly dance.
Okay.
And how did you get to know tribal fusion?
Also, in the place that Jamila was working and I was working, there was
Other weird girl.
yeah, other weird girl. She was, I don't know if she was strictly belly dancer, but probably she was having a course of belly dancing, and she was interested in tribal dance. I don't know how did she find it, but then she started to be teacher. She was probably the first or one of the first tribal dance teachers in Poland. And I was just observing her because we were
Colleagues?
no, we weren't colleagues, but we were working in the same place. Yeah, and sometimes there were some performances or events that she was dancing. It was always very interesting for me, and I like this style. Yeah, it's something that I feel connection with it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, so
Probably it's time to say our story.
yeah, since we manipulated you to dancing with us, I wanted to ask if you feel comfortable in tribal fusion, because in belly dance, you said that you don't feel so comfortable. It was about trying it. So when you tried tribal fusion, you felt good in it.
I feel very comfortable, but I don't know that because I don't have time right now for practicing these techniques. I'm not good at it. Yes, I'm contemporary dancer and teacher, but I feel good in tribal mood.
Wow. Yeah. So we chose really right person.
Yes.
1 year ago. Maybe I can start with like our story, why we are crazy dancers.
Yes.
How
Yeah.
we,
Yes,
how
you
we
can
know
say.
Iwona. Because as you understand from the previous speech, we was members of Jamila camp.
Attendees.
Yes, attendees of Jamila camp. And we had classes with Iwonka. And I remember, so it was our second Jamila camp, I think.
I think maybe even the first one.
Yes.
We made an impression.
Yes, but I remember that on the second one, Iwona told something. Yes, it's cool when I see you dancing. I like imagine myself here on the stage, and it's not like I don't imagine myself seeing belly dancers, a classical one. So I had it in my head for 1 year, I think. And before the next next Jamila camp, I just like was talking with Elsa, like, do you know what will be cool just to ask Iwonka try tribal fusion belly dance? We can just ask. And I remember that I wrote you some message,
And you were like, yes.
no, the first thing was that I wrote the message to Iwonka, and I was waiting, and I see, because it was on Instagram, and I saw that you checked it, and you didn't answer. And like, okay.
So we scared her.
Probably, yes, it was too much, or maybe you don't know how to answer no. Like, okay, but like, if you didn't answer, you didn't answer. And in some time, like, it was 2 or 3 weeks after, I was like, yes! Okay. I wrote to Elsa, like, you know what?
Yeah.
We can start. It's a really amazing thing. And yeah, we had one rehearsal in Prague, and we wanted to make a surprise for Jamila, just to perform it on the next Jamila camp. So we had like one rehearsal, and yeah, I think it will be really, really cool. That's how we started Crazy Dancers, like the trio of Crazy Dancers.
Yes. And now we are continuing with it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, and I hope we will continue
Yes.
it. Maybe more often.
Yeah, but what did you feel when I just wrote you like, okay, what do you want to try tribal fusion?
You know, I don't remember many things from my past, even if it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah. So, but yeah, I think probably it was like, wow, these 2 cool girls were writing to me to dance with them. Probably it was like that, really.
Wow.
Because I really like your, I liked your performances on Jamila's camp always.
Oh,
thank
And
you.
it was like, oh yeah, it would be cool to dance with them, really.
Wow. This is just so amazing. Like, that we even put something together.
Yeah.
Because we had one rehearsal with my son crawling all over the place. And then on the camp, Jamila had to babysit him. So it was just pure chaos. And it was great.
And it was crazy for you because he was sick.
1 year.
He was teething.
Yeah.
And he had high temperatures and fever. And yeah. But it was a great performance.
I seriously don't understand how we did it, but we did it.
Like this.
Just imagine that we had one rehearsal together because we just like we found only one time when we can meet and put choreography. We had only music, so we had nothing before, and for like after 3 hours of rehearsal, we created choreography with a flip. So it's some acrobatic things.
Yeah.
Why not?
In my opinion, that the thing that you are a dance teacher is like really important here, because you said that you don't know how to do all the things, but your body, you are comfortable with your body and you know how to use your body.
Yeah.
So I remember when Tatiana showed you the hip shimmy for the first time and walking with it, this simple thing takes for some people like
the
weeks
beginners
or months to master, and I'm not even good at it. Like after
It's
birth,
not visible.
yeah. I'm trying my best, but after birth, how my body changed, it's just completely new movement for me, all over again. And you were like, okay, you do this, and then you were walking, and I was like, what?
Because
In 1 hour, like.
you know, it's being professional dancer is about faking something sometimes, you know.
Yeah,
You don't know how to do it, but you need to fake it. That you know.
And you have to look good and smile. In tribal, you don't have to smile always, but you have to look like you know what you're doing.
Like in tribal fusion, you could pretend that you are like above it or everything.
Yeah.
So you are like.
That's why I like tribal, because in Poland Polish smile is like this.
Yeah, so no smile at all.
Yeah.
For a lot of people. Okay. Great poker face.
Yeah.
You said that now you don't have time for tribal fusion or more trainings apart from our small trial. But in the future, do you see yourself as a fusion
Yes,
tribal fusion dancer, or
when I retire, yes. I really would like also try to find this time before I retire.
But it's a great retirement plan, I think.
Yes. Yeah. You know, you were talking about body changing. Yeah. I'm not having children. I didn't give a birth, but every year I'm older. I'm not 20 years anymore. And I feel that my body is changing also. And for me, this type of movement that I need to have control on isolations, and this movement is isn't so expanding the space for someone who is over 40 is really very comfortable. Yeah, it's. I feel that movement is every year is better for me, so I think I will get into it more and more every year.
Yes.
Yeah.
They want to go down our side. Yes. So more trainings.
Yeah, because you know, before I was doing many jumps, many splits, slides. The contemporary dance is very, very
Wide.
Very wide. And also I love it, and probably I will love it till the end of my life. Yes, but I feel it in my body that when I have 3 hours of very intensive rehearsal, I am dying for 2 days. Yeah, and
I get it.
yeah, and probably that's why belly dancers are mature dancers. And I think to have good isolation is really also about life experience to feel body. Young people,
Yes.
they feel the space, but not body.
Yeah, and
I
they
think.
don't control
Yeah.
the body. And this is about controlling all the movements, all the different muscles.
Yeah.
I think tribal fusion is great in it because it's all about feeling all part of your body and know how to control it. So you don't have any frames like age, posture, and etc. You could do it like in any situation, and you still.
Yeah.
It's all about like how to manipulate with yourself, like how to express and explain yourself. Try to find something new. So
Yes.
it's interesting.
Yeah. And maybe we have one last question for you. We want to ask, what is the purpose of dance for you? I don't know if the translation is right. Like the meaning of dance for you.
I was thinking about it, and I don't know what to say because dance for me is like breathing. I'm not thinking about the purpose of breathing. It's just happening in my body. Yeah? But because of that, I'm alive.
So dance for you is alive?
Dance for me is so natural that I'm not thinking about it. It's just happening. Yeah. Yesterday here in this place, my student was. We were sitting. I was checking the list if everyone is at the class, and I was sitting like with my foot like this. Yeah. I was doing point in my foot, and my student she was about, I don't know, 8-9 years, and she told me, "Wow, you are doing a point," and it's like, yeah, my body is doing, my foot is doing point. I'm not thinking about it. So dance for me is like that. I don't think when I dance, it's happening in my body, right? Just.
I have the same problem, and sometimes I realize that I'm dancing in the metro.
Yeah.
And the other people just looking like, what's happening? What's happening?
Yeah, so it's just so natural for you that you don't think about it even.
I don't think I have some specific purpose for dancing. It's just happening, and I don't know what to say more about
I think that's great words and answer. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you for being our host. It was great.
Our first guest.
Yes.
Wow, I was guest in podcast for the first time.
And it's our first time when we have a guest in a podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was
So
great.
cool.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And now we need to start rehearsal.
Foot 5.
Yeah, foot 5.